A quick tour of the electric panel. We explain the stove and hot water heater switch and configuration on the stove video, but a quick recap. You have to choose one or the other because our system won't support both of them going at the same time. It's too much electricity. So choose whichever one you want. Let's say we want hot water. We'll switch it to that. And then they're on a timer so that you don't leave them on for forever. So once you flip the switch, then pick how long you want to put it on for time. We usually just do 30 minutes for the hot water heater and it will shut off after that. If you want to just turn it off automatically, push there. The lights are all push button lights. These are all the ceiling lights, clearly. And then the sink light is for the one that's underneath the sink right here. Okay. This is the under van lights. That is the LED lights that are outside the van. This blue light lights on when they are on. It is a nice reminder to turn it off at night when you're sleeping. Again, the hot water pump. These circular buttons, all of these work the same. You push them to turn them on. When they're on and you hold it in, it will dim. And then if you hold it and push it again, it'll hold it in and it'll dim back up, okay? One other thing with these, if they're off and you hold it in, then this little blue night light will come on. So if that's ever annoying you or wasting electricity, you turn that off when the light above is off, you hold it in for a little while and that'll turn back off, okay? These is just USB things right in here. You can close that. I like to leave these open all the time so that I can see if they're on, they're lit up blue, but obviously that's going to chew up a little tiny bit of power. And I find it to be kind of annoying at night. So we will turn them off when we're not using these as plugs. Okay. And then our battery. This is a very rough estimator. It has a few different functions. It has a percentage, 100%. That'll give you a pretty rough guesstimate of about how much energy you have in the tank. If you push up and down, that's info. Here we have 13.39 volts. That's how many volts we have in the system. That should be around 13.5 to 1440. Right now the van is plugged in, so this will read a little bit odd. The amps is how many amps we're drawing. This won't really mean much to you unless you're into electricity and you are just kind of checking out what's going on. This is how many watts are being drawn right now. This is how many amp hours we've got in the tank. Again, this is totally wrong because we're plugged into shore power right now. Really all I'll look at is the percentage, okay, or the amp hours. And this little battery sensor right here, this is a very rough estimate of, if we push up and down, I wouldn't select or go into setup or any of that stuff. Just push up and down and you'll scroll through a few things that you can check out for your interest. Really the only one that's of interest to you on a day-to-day basis is the percentage of your battery bank left. And this is not precise. This is giving an estimate based upon what it knows about our system. It is not reading the percentage directly off the batteries. We'll give you in our guidebook an access to an app. It's the Rich Solar app on the iPhone store. I believe it's also on Android. And if you download that app, you could connect by Bluetooth to our 6 batteries and check them directly. But this is easy at a glance. We're getting 100%. And if you scroll down, don't go into info. You can see what the voltage of the system is at right now. 13.5 to 14.4 is probably pretty good. And then it'll show you the amps that are going in. We're bringing in a little tiny bit from solar right now because we're in the shade. And the watts that are going in, we're getting a whopping 8 from the solar right now. And most of this stuff is not going to mean anything to you, but you can quickly check, are we at 100% or are we at like 20% at a glance? So you won't use this too much, but check out the percentage if you're worried about where you're at. And last quick note, if the water pump is on and you're not using it, if the underlights are on and you're not using them, these lights let you know, turn them off. You don't want to waste electricity because it is a precious resource in a camper van.